In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a first rough edit very quickly. So let's get our first video footage in. I'm going to choose to edit this in the timeline. I've accidentally put that, press A to selection tool, I've accidentally put that in the wrong place. Let's just zoom out and make sure that's on the first part of the timeline. And then I'm going to press space, but I'm going to press Alt and L, to keep replaying it to figure out where my first edit needs to be.
So here's a good demonstrate.
Okay, so I can see it's there. Just going to slip, whoops, I'm going to put that into trim mode. I'm going to slip edit that to that point that I could see the sound beginning of my voice.
So here's a good demonstration of doing it selfie with your actual...
And then figure out where the end is.
Some cameras different.
Okay, now Command and B provides a cut point. So I'll do that for this edit, but personally it's always ripple editing for me. That works best in my workflow.
View, some cameras different. So as you can see, this is the...
So let's do a ripple edit here. I'm going to take snap off so that cursor doesn't keep snapping.
Different.
Let's just zoom out a little bit.
Quality camera that's given for the selfie view, some cameras different. So as you...
Okay, so that kadum is just before I speak. So I'm going to do the edit there. Ripple delete.
Cameras different. So as you can see, selfie view, some cameras different. So as you can see, this is the selfie mode.
I can't do anything about the thumping noise at this stage in the rough edit. There's all sorts of reasons why I won't deal with that now. Just put snap back on. Main one being, this is my rough edit. It could be that once I've got all my footage together, it's way bloated past the actual runtime I want for my video, so I need to make some sacrifices to what gets included, and that might be something that doesn't get included in that form at least. So I may not even need to fix that audio, so I won't deal with that yet. If I'm not sure in terms of whether I'll be able to
Cameras different. So as you can
pick up on that in the longer term, we can go to add red marker, double click it, put fix audio. I've left myself a little reminder there.
Then switch views. Then switch
snap off again.
To camera like this. Then switch.
And just see where that edit can be. So again, out of my selection tool and into my trim tool for slip editing.
This. Then switch.
Looks like both of them could do with being a bit tighter.
Your selfie dialog to camera like this, then switch views, which I don't know if it's in shot right now for this, but as soon as I move over to actually document my use of the bit of gear that I'm going to report on, then I'll have a view of the camera at that point.
Okay, so what I've just done there is a rhythmical edit, as in I've followed the tempo and the rhythm of the dialogue. And then when it ended, I carried on with the feeling and the rhythm that that dialogue had created to know when I want to make my cut. And then I hit the I key to begin that cut. So I'm going to ripple delete that. Get the next video in.
So another thing to consider.
This should be quite nicely timed.
So another thing to consider when you're doing your selfie shots is the fact that you can choose to be portrait or landscape with a phone camera, and that's...
Okay, now if I had multicam, it could be an opportunity for me to...
Portrait or landscape with a phone camera, with a phone.
I could try and tighten that up and just make a cut between those two.
To be portrait or landscape with a phone camera, and that's not necessarily a good thing, because you may instinctively want to hold your phone camera itself in portrait mode, which can look good. You can put borders around it in editing, or you can run it alongside something else that's relevant in shot as well, so it can be quite a good artistic or creative decision.
Okay, so that's how to do your first rough edit. You continue it for as long as you need to with the footage that you've got, and obviously you've got your notes of what you think is the most useful or the strongest material that you've got to use. So prioritize that first, but It's only through doing this that you truly get a sense of how much footage you've got and what will end up in the Final Cut, what may need to be used in a different way. So maybe you're using it as B-reel that goes alongside other narration that you do, voiceover work. But doing this first rough edit then gives you the building blocks to then refine it and add additional assets to it further down the line.